speech. Alright, good evening everyone. I'm so glad you could all make it to this wonderful occasion. Thanks to Robin for not running away. And to her beautiful family that is now ours. To my beautiful aunt and uncle, thanks sincerely for raising one of my favorite people on earth. Salute! You guys have always been the hottest couple, but alas, it's time to move over. Let's make some noise for the best looking groom in the room. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Johnny, Jesse's cousin. So basically, it wasn't by choice, as most family isn't. But I can tell you, I could not be more proud to be related to this man, and I love him much more like the brother I never had. I couldn't be more honored that you asked me to be your best man, but it's kind of like being asked to sleep with Queen Elizabeth. It sounds like the biggest honor ever, but nobody really wants to do it. Because here goes nothing. See, it was a rough start to Jesse's life. He survived dozens of assassination attempts from his wicked sister, who you'll hear from in a couple moments. I remember he pulled his baby seat thing, she pulled his baby seat thing off the counter while he was in it and then ran away. Sorry, Robin, what a great way to start a speech, eh? Telling you your husband was dropped as a baby? My apologies. I think it worked out for the best though, because most importantly, it tells me he's a survivor. And I just waited for the day when he could finally beat her up, and I'm actually still waiting. You see, Jesse was the cutest kid I've ever seen in my life. No lie, he was like a baby chimpanzee that you dress up in a clown outfit. Always happy and smiling. He was the pride and joy of the Lima grandchildren, being that he was the baby of us three. And I knew from an early age he wasn't like all the other 7-year-olds in his class. He was 11. Just kidding, just kidding. Just kidding. Jesse excelled at everything he's ever done in his life, and he's done it with a winning attitude every step of the way. His dedication and commitment literally to everything he's ever done is what makes me confident he has the necessary qualities to be an amazing husband. As a person, he's the perfect mix of being reserved, patient, and hardworking, but he's also an adventurous at heart. I have such fond memories of our times at Wonderland, him standing and stretching on his tippy toes to reach the minimum height requirement. And that was last week. When we were kids, he rode rides that I was scared to go on, and you can see his passion for adventure to this day. I'm still trying to find out why, though, he chose me for best man. You see, I'm a bachelor by choice. Mainly the choice of the women I've been with. I remember visiting back home when Jesse and Robin first started dating. We were at a house party, and he told me how much he liked her. I never heard him talk about anything or anyone like that before. Being that she was Janae's friend, that was the only thing that had me a bit worried. Because other than that, from what I gathered, Robin was amazing. The party was great, and I returned back to Vancouver to get grilled by my girlfriend at the time, who knew when the cousins were together that the party was always epic. She grilled me about the girls at the party, and I was like, hello, Janae's the worst cousin ever. She's never set me up with any of her friends. Just kidding. What I really said, no word of a What I really said, no word of a lie, in an effort to calm her down, get this, okay? I said, if you really want to know, there was only one hot girl at the party, and Jesse was with her. Yeah, I left my foot in my mouth so I wouldn't have to answer the next series of questions, and weird how I'm single, eh? Crazy. So Jess, when you throw the garter, I'll be off to your right at the back. Just hit me long, alright? I could use the help, okay? It's weird, I'm called the best man and you're the groom. You're clearly the best man in this situation, and me, well, I severely need to be groomed so that I can be as lucky as you one day in love. clearly I lack the tact that it takes to make it to the altar, so I commend Jesse for being such a gentleman, and I know he's going to be an amazing husband one day. Alright? I hope you make the most of your speech, because I assure you it'll be the last time you get to talk for 2 minutes uninterrupted now that you're over. Alright. So apparently I was supposed to tell some embarrassing stuff about you, but I've got nothing. I really can't say a bad word about you. I love you to death, brother. The only thing I can remember is him making himself sick at a dinner table to prove a point about not liking cauliflower. And I asked those of you seated by him today to note the lack of vegetables to this very day. Nothing has changed, and I apologize to Robin if her cooking skills go to waste. You see, his picky diet as a kid was Oreo cookies, mandarin oranges, and steak. And that's all at the same time. It still is. So I have no idea how he got to be so strong. I think it's much more to do with what he was fed mentally and spiritually, and that has everything to do with my aunt and uncle, who did an amazing job turning Jesse into the shining man you see before us today. He's well on his way to success, and I know he'll be a CEO one day somewhere. He's already well on his way, like I said. I always remember as a kid, he would ask my granddad, or anyone listening, who would win between a tiger and a snake? Okay, who would win between an eagle and a mongoose? Or better yet, his random ones, like, who would win between a shark and a lion? Because they fight in nature all the time, right? Well, Jess, the only thing you need to know now is who would win between a husband and a wife. And I'll let all the married men in the room answer that question for you after. Really though, I searched my memory for more stories that would tie in, but the truth of the matter is, it really, really hit me hard in the face at his bachelor party, and it wasn't even Bedard. It was that point that I realized why he had chosen me over all the bar owners who probably thought they were a shoo-in because of his frequency at their establishment. And of course, furthermore, all of his wonderful friends, you see, because there were too many of them. And if he had chosen one, then surely there would be a royal rumble. But clearly no one would oppose a bloodline choice. So his bachelor weekend really summed up to me just how special the J-Man is to everyone. There was over 30 of his friends who came out to that occasion, and that in itself is a testament to a good man. The fact that Jesse has over 30 friends with such camaraderie, and many of them friends since kids, should tell you something. That Jesse needs to get the hell out of Newmarket. It tells you, you know what it tells you? Honestly, it tells you that he's a great friend, and that is the basis for any true marriage. And I and the rest of my esteemed groomsmen take no offense at all to the fact that you fell in love with your best one. Alright? Jess, man. Jess, man, on behalf of myself and all your friends and family who love you so much, I want you to know we couldn't be happier you finally found someone to live with. But more importantly, I know as your best man, you finally found someone you can't live without. So please all rise and join me in a toast to the most beautiful couple I know.